You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and The Restless fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Diane targeting Nikki and Lucy Romalotti completely losing it. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got predictions for Sharon and Heather, for Ian, Mariah, and Aria, for Billy, Diane, and Nikki, for Lucy and Phyllis, and also for Victor. And hey, if you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. And remember, these are predictions, but we always base them on the weekly official spoilers and the promo. So I'll tell you about all that. Our very first prediction, Sharon remembers the killer that assaulted and took Heather's life. So Sharon confessed to killing Heather, even though she didn't remember doing it. Sharon knew she was there and was having a confrontation with Heather. And then when she came out of the blackout, Heather was dead and she assumed she did it. But now we know that it was probably Jordan that killed Heather, even though Ian was the one who wanted her dead, because he mentioned he hadn't left that skeevy motel room in months, and Jordan was out doing his dirty work for him. So spoilers for Monday, December 16th, have Alan Laurent hypnotizing Sharon to try and recover some of her blackout memories. And on Monday, Alan puts Sharon under and he takes her back to the night of the most recent blackout. That was when Phyllis had that car crash, and Sharon is able to recall that it was a dark pickup truck that kind of sped past her, sort of running her off the road a little bit, and ran Phyllis off the road. And then, of course, she had that blackout. So Sharon is, coming back out of that hypnosis, and she remembers that restored blackout memory. And now she wants to find out what happened with her other blackouts. But Alan thinks it's too soon because it was very stressful and Sharon was getting really upset. But no doubt Alan will be hypnotizing Sharon again soon and getting back more memories. And the key one to obtain is exactly what happened the night that Heather died in her and Daniel's apartment. And Sharon should remember the killer in the room, Jordan. Our second prediction, Ian uses Aria to lure Mariah into his trap. So we know from Ian that his next target after Sharon was her daughter, Mariah. And if you don't remember their tangled history, Ian bought Mariah when she was a baby after she was stolen at birth from Sharon. And Ian raised Mariah as his daughter, and then, like a creepy perv, he married her when she was a young woman. And now he feels like Sharon has stolen Mariah from him, and that's why he targeted Sharon with this frame job. So spoilers for Monday, December 16th, we're going to see flashbacks of Jordan and Ian meeting behind bars and finding out they both hate the Newmans. And Ian feels like the Newmans stole his, daughter wife, for lack of a better word. And Mariah stole his daughter wife, Mariah. And Jordan feels like the Newmans not only took her sister Eve from her, but have also now taken her great niece Claire, who she raised basically as a daughter. So also on Monday, Ian sees Claire and Mariah and Tessa talking and realizes they're friends, and he thinks this is great. So he can get closer to Tessa because she doesn't know him and find out the info he needs to target Mariah. And if you don't remember his history, Ian is infertile, and that's part of why he adopted Mariah. And yes, he does see her as a daughter to some extent, but Ian also sees her as more. That's why he married her, years ago. But Nick and Sharon were able to get Mariah away from him before he could take her to bed. And I could totally see Ian using Tessa to find out more and then kidnapping Aria to lure Mariah. That way, Ian can have his wife back and this baby that he can pretend is theirs. Some twisted little family, really creepy stuff. Our third prediction, Billy enlists Diane for his anti-Nikki plan. So Billy wants payback on Victor Newman, and he's upset on several levels. First, Billy's mad that Victor bought Chancellor and ousted him. And second, Billy is mad that Victor turned his mom against him, and he's still very upset about Jill. So Billy wants payback that'll hit Chancellor and Victor. He wants to hit him at a personal level that will hurt him. Spoilers for Monday, December 16th say Billy tries to enlist Phyllis in a scheme to target Victor by sabotaging Nikki at Chancellor. And yes, Phyllis wants payback on Victor, but she worries they won't get away with it and that Billy's plan could alienate Phyllis's kids from her. Then on Tuesday, December 17th, Jack is standing firm with Billy, maybe again telling him, forget this revenge thing, live your life. Wednesday, the 18th, Diane gets support from an unlikely ally. So remember, I think it was last week, Diane had an offer she wanted Billy to consider that she thought would keep him out of trouble, and I suspect she might offer him a job at her new company, Jabot Classic. But with Phyllis telling Billy, no, can't do this revenge thing, I wonder if Billy turns around and enlists Diane to help him. You know, Nikki has always hated Diane and never misses a chance to insult her. And she was so excited during her and Jack's breakup before she knew it was faked. Nikki never misses a chance to slap at Diane. So maybe Jack's wife will take Billy up on his offer. Our fourth prediction, Lucy and Phyllis want Sharon to pay while Daniel and Summers' sentiments are shifting. Phyllis stays determined to see Sharon behind bars. She threatens Sharon if she tries to get acquitted and told Michael if he tries to get the charges on her dropped, they're done, but he's persisting. Phyllis doesn't care about the PCP and her meds. She thinks Sharon did it, bottom line. And meanwhile, we have Lucy, who raged at Faith about her mom. Lucy hates Sharon and remembers how she targeted her and her mom Heather and her dad Daniel. Meanwhile, Summer and Daniel are wondering if that drug tampering caused all of this. So spoilers remind us that last week Phyllis made clear she expects Sharon to be behind bars for killing Heather, for framing Daniel and targeting her family, PCP and her meds or not. Spoilers for Thursday the 19th have Phyllis pivoting in her revenge plan, and spoilers for Friday, December 20th say Daniel keeps up appearances for Lucy. So maybe he pretends he's still, targeting Sharon, hating Sharon because Lucy is being so aggressive and he doesn't want to upset her. If Summer and Daniel listen to Michael and Nick and see that Sharon's meds tampering was a mitigating circumstance, that's reasonable, but that will probably unhinge Phyllis further. And if she feels her son and daughter are betraying her and defending Sharon, she's going to lose it. And Lucy is a chip off her grandma's block. She is just as infuriated at Sharon as Phyllis is. And at least with Lucy, we can blame it on teenage antics and hormones, but what's Phyllis's excuse? And I just wonder if these two are going to sit around and feed each other's negativity. But again, it's understandable given what they believe Sharon did. Our fifth and final prediction, Victor planted a spy at Glissade. So last week, Victor was trying his best to fill Claire's ears with a bunch of hateful nonsense about the Abbotts, how there's rot underneath their supposed love. Victor said Jack and Diane's reunion won't last, and he did not like it when Claire reminded him it's not a reunion because they never broke up. And Victor told Claire there's more misery coming the Abbotts' way, and she doesn't like hearing that. She doesn't want him targeting them. Spoilers for Tuesday, December 17th have Diane vowing to prove herself at Jabot with this new Jabot Classic thing, and more spoilers have Victor still scheming to punish Jack. Victor told Michael last week that he's going to dismantle Jabot from the inside out, and I just wonder if he has someone working for him at Glissade. Remember, Jabot is going to make Glissade a subsidiary and rebrand it Jabot Classic for Diane to run. So maybe there's somebody at Glissade who pretends to be working for Diane, but is really working for and reporting back to Victor.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.